Let us teach generosity and altruism because we are born selfish. This quote was said by Richard Dawkins about the topic of altruism, which affects us in our daily lives in both microscopic and macroscopic ways and plays a critical role in bystander intervention. Hello, my name is Hridi, and I am from the Faculty of Arts and Science, and my research looks at the barriers that prevent bystander intervention in situations of sexual violence. It all started back in 1964 with the murder of Kitty Genovese, which prompted Latney and Darley to look at the barriers that affect bystander intervention. My research will start there as well, and will look further into different social theories with a possible biological perspective. When society hears the word violence, they often think about the binary between a victim and a perpetrator in terms of a physical situation. However, that definition does not fully encapsulate the intricacies of the most common form of violence, which is gender-based violence. According to the World Health Organization, within the definition of gender-based violence, the most common form of violence is violence against women in a physical and/or sexual manner. In order to fully understand the lack of intervention when a woman is a victim of sexual violence, I will be looking at the three power structures of patriarchy, which is sexism, misogyny, and hypermasculinity. Coupled with the three facets of patriarchy, there are also three avenues of violence towards women: cultural, direct, and structural. Whilst cultural and structural violence is invisible, they both lead to direct violence, which is visible to our eyes. Sexual violence is contained within direct violence, and it refers to any sexual activity where consent was not freely given or obtained. Whilst anyone can be a victim or commit sexual violence, my research will focus on female victims only. There are also damaging norms that contribute to the environment where sexual violence occurs. Our society glamorizes and sexualizes violence, which leads it to be condoned, excused, and even encouraged. When society normalizes this, it is not surprising that bystanders do not always intervene or know what to do when such a situation arises. Before considering the other social theories, it is important to look at the bystander effect at large. The bystander effect refers to the phenomenon where the greater the number of people are present, the less likely they are to help the victim. One of the major theories that can help explain the bystander effect is called the diffusion of responsibility. This describes a situation where there are multiple observers, but since the thought of responsibility is shared amongst all the individuals, the chances of intervention decrease significantly. My research will combine the information of bystander theory and sexual violence by looking at the existing literature around it. Doing so will allow me to analyze the different barriers that are at the intersection of these two complex ideas. Finally, I will also be evaluating and analyzing different bystander intervention programs, including UWindsor's own bystander initiative. If you have any questions about my research, please come see me at the upcoming You Will Discover conference. Thank you.